Hello Dice fans, welcome to the Dice channel and welcome to this episode of Dice Mail. Sorry we haven't been here for a minute, but I just got over Corona. Wasn't that bad, kind of sucked, but been through worse. So, without any further ado, let's start getting through these packages. Alright. Oh. What I have here is a dice necklace that I commissioned from the Copper Hippo. And they were kind enough to throw in a couple little extras. A little hippo loving on a D20 sticker, very cute, and a custom pipped Copper Hippo die. I had seen that she had posted on Facebook about making dice necklaces, and she normally makes them with little I think 10mm dice sets. And I said, yo, I'm a pretty big guy, so can I get you to go ahead and make me one out of a full set? And she said yeah. And she said, what dice do you want in it? And I chose Vortex Bright Green with black, and I chose that because when I first started collecting dice, that was the very first poly set that I bought as a collector for my collection. So let's check these out. Very cool. I requested that the necklace be at least, I think, 30 inches long. I'm just a little over 6'6", so I need big jewelry. Alright, we got the slip knot so you can adjust it. Look at that, it matches my MUFON shirt like perfectly. I'm digging it. Thank you. Alright, on to the next package. Alright, so for our next packages, I'm not sure why they use such big bags to pack single sets of dice in, but, so what I have in here are 2 sets of hang-to dice, one in each container. Big. And the reason I ordered 2 sets of hang-to die, because in the last episode of Dice Mail, I went through a traveling dice box, and I was kind of transfixed by a beautiful little D6 that I wasn't quite sure what it was. So I went to the dice database website and tried to identify it by, you know, just visual recognition. And I thought it was a HD blend black with white, but one of our viewers was kind enough to point out that what it actually was an HD chocolate cream. So I went ahead and bought both sets because I didn't have them, and I thought the one was beautiful, and I thought they obviously looked similar. So the blend has a lot more white, and the if I'm looking at these right, yeah, and the chocolate cream set has a lot more like fading. The colors kind of fading through each other, and I'll throw up some. Sitting here describing it, I forget I have technology to do these things to show you. Alright, don't mind that. I'm a little insane sometimes. So, yeah, I got these to add to the collection because I thought they were quite beautiful. Alright, this is from overseas. I put in a small order with the Dice Shop Online, TDSO, which a lot of you are probably pretty familiar with. And I got an orange and black Chessex pipped D10, also known as the subitizing D10. I've gone over that before in previous videos. And I ordered these awesome Saturn V commemorative dice by Geo Laser, or Geo Lazar. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, I thought these were super cool. I'm kind of a nerd. So, I mean, anything with NASA and rocket ships is okay by me. Trying to feel where the boundaries are here. I don't want to cut into anything that I shouldn't be. Just be very careful. Okay. Whoever I bought this from threw in a bag of Good and Gather organic mint herbal tea. Cool. Aha. These I'm pretty stoked about. What I have here are some vintage dice that I purchased, and the listing said that they were, oh man, I think they were bronze or brass. I'll have to look again. But these are vintage poker dice. Hey, these are awesome. I'm not sure what's going on here. Alright, so I see a king, I see a jack, and I see what appears to be a lady holding a rose, but instead of a Q for queen, there's a D. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe these are from another country. If any of you know what's going on with that, why this would have a D by the lady instead of a Q, comment below and let me know. Genuinely curious about that. This little case is really cool. It has like a cutout area that the dice fit perfectly into, and then it just zips up. Very neat. Alright, 2 more packages. Cool. This definitely feels like I need to be careful cutting it. Okay, so what I have here is a wooden D20 gimbal, and I will have to get this slapped together so I can show you all pictures of it, but that's what this is. And this is for displaying a single D20, and I thought it would make an excellent addition to our forthcoming dice displays that we're working on. Being sick this past week and a half kind of put a dent on my plans. I'd planned on having the kitchen done by now and having a bunch of new dice displays up to show off, but I ended up laying on a couch for consecutive days. Let's see what they got in here. Oh, a little handwritten note. Yeah, and I got this off of an Etsy store. And the name escapes me right now. Oh, Loot Everything. So if you're interested in one of these, go check them out. It was actually a lot cheaper than I thought it would be. I can't remember exactly what I paid for it, but I remember thinking, wow, that's really affordable. So I went ahead and got one. All right. Hi Jeffrey, thank you for ordering from Loot Everything. I'm a fan of the Dice channel. Awesome, cool. Enjoy the gimbal. All my best, Joshua. Well, thank you very much, Joshua. I'm really stoked to get this put together and get a really cool D20 on display in it. Very cool. Alright, now, onto our last package. I saved this one for last, because this is a dice slot. And I'm really excited because I haven't actually won any decent sized dice lots on eBay, and it's been a while now. And my favorite thing about getting dice off of eBay, like just big lots of random dice, is getting a lot with stuff that I'm not familiar with so that I can go through and start digging online and trying to identify them. That's where I've learned the most about identifying dice, is just kind of jumping, head first and forcing myself to say, okay, well, I want to know what these dice are, where they came from, what's their story, were they from a board game, whatever, Interesting packing. Yes. Alright, I'm just going to dump these out, and we'll get some shots of what we got in here. was enjoyable. Oh, there's more. Holy moly. They just kind of threw chunks of bubble mailers in there for the packing. I mean, whatever works, right? No way. Alright, so I found this little chunk of packing and it had a little die wrapped up in it, and I happen to know exactly what this is because I was just kind of drooling over it. Alright, so there's a collectible dice game called Dragon Dice, and I'm not going to go into the full history of it. I will at some point because they have a really cool history behind this game. Anyway, this D4 was created by a British dice company. I'm not exactly sure off the top of my head who that is, but essentially, a British company was making these wedge D4 dice, and they received a cease and desist letter. And they had to stop making them. Yeah, so these are actually pretty rare. And a friend of mine who happens to be heavily involved in Dragon Dice actually just recently got a couple of these, and I was drooling over them on his post. I'm like, oh, no way you got those. And then just this one just jumped out of this dice lot at me. That's freaking awesome. I mean, what are the chances? This was just the other day I was looking at his post on these, and here I'm holding one in my hands now. That's awesome. Oh man, that's really cool. I'm really happy I got this lot now. That by itself just kind of made it worth it. But alright, what else we got in here? I'm seeing a bunch of 12 and 16 millimeter pips. Some of these bigger ones with the symbols on them. I know somebody out here knows what these are. I'll throw up a picture of them. If nobody comments what these are in the next couple days, I'll turn to the dice groups and see if anybody there can help me out. And the thing with gaming dice, obviously from some type of game, if you can't find any help identifying them in any of the dice groups online, something that I've done with success in the past is this website called Board Game Geek, and they have a forum, and I've gone onto their forum a few times asking for help with gaming dice like this, and usually somebody chimes in within a few days and knows the answer. So I got those. I have no idea what those are from. These are really cool. They look familiar. I'm not exactly sure. Got a bunch of these skull and crossbone dice. These are from the Pirates of the Caribbean game, I believe. I already have some of those. I love that sound. Got some backgammon doubling dice. There's one here, one here. No idea what some of these are, like, at all, and that makes me happy because I know I'm about to learn some new stuff about dice, and that is always a good thing. Oh yeah, definitely a lot of board game dice in here that I am not familiar with at all. Maybe some kind of a goat. Oh, this is a Kaplao language die. Looks like for Spanish. Donde? Quien? Como? Yes, Spanish language die. Oh, we got a poker die. I like poker dice. I always, whenever I see a poker die in a lot like this, I just immediately grab it and look for that chess 6 on it, because the chess 6 poker dice are so hard to find. I found one of them. I already have one, like all these brown marbly looking ones. I'm trying to remember what they are. I think I found mine in a pound of dice. Another chess 6 speckled. Some more of these marbleized looking ones of a different color. Some of these little wooden red ones with the gold pips. I've seen these quite a bit. They pop up in antique stores a lot. I don't know how vintage they are or what. They're just kind of super generic wooden D6s. Alright, so I'm going to start organizing these and identifying them, and I'm going to have a good time doing that. Holy cow. I am really stoked I got this Wedge D4. This wasn't in any of the pictures of the lot, and here it is. It's crazy. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this episode of Dice Mail. I'm really glad to be back and doing this, because I love doing this. I love learning about dice, sharing dice, showing off dice, talking about dice, and it's really good to be up off the couch and feeling like myself again. So thanks for watching, and happy rolling.